the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And away we go at the link. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
On 1st down, Hurts. His first throw is an interception. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next? Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is him. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Hey, zero. Good job right there.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. His first throw is an interception. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off. And the Eagles are tackled on the return right along their own 40-yard line. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Throwing deep for the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers take over and have it starting out at the 18-yard line.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll start with a give to Harris. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now Wilson on the play fake. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
For being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away.
Play, oh baby, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there. 1st and 10, give to Harris. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Cut 50, cut 50.
Ross off the play fake. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Hey, hey. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
3rd and long for him here. Throw complete to Williams. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Running behind center with Harris. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Offense up to the line fast. Second down here, another give to Harris. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, ball at the 36. One of the tight ends in motion left. Harris gets it on the counter. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. So through on this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Harris once more. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Offense in the hurry up here. Wilson now off the play action. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
The conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. Wilson now from the gun. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
great, set.
Second and 12 at the 27-yard line.
Hey! No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
No touch, set. No touch.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
No touch.
Here's 2nd and 11. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Steelers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Escapes a defender. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Working quickly here. Ross out of the pistol. Dumps it off to his running back. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Great, set. No touch.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles in possession. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
No touch, set. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day. Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Hurts throwing again. This one finds Goddard. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
No touch that. No touch that.
Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Hey, 73. Call up Yeti. Phil King. Hey, easy, 63, bad.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st down, here's Russ. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. Buying some time left. They'll try a deep shot down the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
19. Go. 1-12.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's loaded another one up. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Eagles will take possession.
No touch that. Go Silver, ready? No touch.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they pick him off again. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Steelers might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Wilson with it on first. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Throwing for the end zone. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Starting from the 5. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams. It sets you up for success.
They give to Harris from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Russ now from the gun. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Steelers.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
14, got it.
Motioning left is their running back. Wilson on 3rd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Ooh, and this is a worm burner. He didn't hit this one well. And a fair catch made here at the 17. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 19. Goddard makes the catch. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got Devontae Smith. Now he's past the 25. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action, Fields. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A handoff for Harris, running right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's a plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was give me 6.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A run here with Harris. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go, son.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Vacates quickly left side. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Here we go, son. All right.
Another throw for Fields. Escapes the pocket. On the run, he's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, 73, 70. No,
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
#73.
They go to Barkley again. Still going past the 40, past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. They pull out the reverse. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's on the move. He can run it. It's a pickup of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Here we go. Good.
Off play action, it's Fields. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Fields. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Fields on 3rd. Got a man. Patterson has it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Buying some time right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's out of bounds well short of that marker. Wow, they never let him get close there. Great effort to force the turnover on downs. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
That's caught for the 1st. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. Here's a reverse. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, son. Hey, 10. Right.
On first and 10, it's Fields. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Steelers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go. Go.
Now it's Fields. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception, and that return on top of it. They're out and set, first and 10.
Great, set. Crowd love Yeti. No touch.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And that run very short, only getting to the 27.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Great, set. No touch.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And they pick him off again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And things look tougher now with third and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, son.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Getting out to his left. Caught by Freiermuth. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go. Tonight.
First down throw for Fields. He rolls to his right. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Extend. Here we go. Tonight.
Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be...
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Now Barkley. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Set.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Set.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles push their lead to 18. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Fields. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Here we go,
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. George Pickens, the touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.